like that it's not like going down heaps for some weird reason or whatever. Like if an ETF is going down and like it's not because of a recession,
that's no good.
That's probably a bad sign. So like maybe if you had a property index and it went down last year when house prices in Australia were going down, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But if you think the property market in the long run is going to go up, you might buy a property ETF. I don't know if... Yeah, I've assumed they have some of them.
Right, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so one way to... Yeah, so as I said earlier, Vanguard do offer ETFs, so you can get them from them. But the advantage of ETFs is that you can buy and sell them whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So they will almost definitely go up in value in the long run. But say you buy one and then something in your financial situation changes... Well, you can sell it at current market value, like, just then. And so it's possible that you lose money, but it's likely that you make money.
What's the difference between that and, like, so with an index fund, can you not get your money back?
Yeah, so with an index, well, I think it depends on the index fund, but there are, like, index funds, say, at Vanguard, you might say, like, give them, like, 5,000, or let's say the $500,000 option from earlier. Okay. Let's pretend we have that much money.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like a fixed term. It's like a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year sort of one. So I think I'm not 100%
kind
sure.
of like a long-term deposit thing with banks.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Term deposit.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's like with these ETFs, it's a bit different.
Okay, so with ETFs, you can just buy them and sell them whenever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if you can't do that with Vanguard. I don't know. I think so. Yeah, you can definitely buy and sell ETFs whenever though, and so that's their advantage there. So like, okay,
so you don't have to commit to it too much.
Well, yeah. If you decide you need the money, then you can change your mind. So let's say I've convinced you and you didn't like Vanguard for some reason, or you didn't like any of the other index funds. You could look up other index funds, obviously. Then you want to, and you're more interested in ETFs for whatever reason, then you could sign up for a like online trading account. Mm-hmm. Or maybe Vanguard's options were too much for you because you have to have a certain baseline level of money for all the options. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But yeah, so
well,
ETFs...
I'll research that and I'll put it on the blog post that corresponds with this podcast. Yeah.
So ideally I would have already investigated.
No, that's all good. But, anyway. Just like look at thekeysPleasepod.com.
Yeah.
The blog post will be uploaded with this episode and it will have all the information.
And another thing we're going to put on the blog post is, so if they're too expensive for you, then one thing you can do is, and you decide you want to do ETFs, then what you should do there is probably find like a online trading account, and there's like a list of them that we're going to put in the blog post. Mm-hmm. But they all have like some sort of brokerage fee, like per trade basis.
Okay.
But like you can get reasonably cheap ones, so relatively cheap ones. So, for example, one of the options that's like second on the list, I think, is the Self-Wealth Share Trading account. So that's only $9.50 per trade. It's a flat.
Is that not a lot?
No. So when in one trade, I'm pretty sure you can buy more than one stock. Mm-hmm. I haven't actually done this, so I'm not 100% sure. But so that's not that much money because, like, let's say you buy $5,000 worth of ETFs, you're only paying $10, like.
Yeah.
To be able to purchase that. That's like...
Okay.
And then you want to sell them around. You now pay $20, but like that is not a huge amount of money compared to like how much you put in.
You would still make money on that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like you wouldn't make money if you sold it straight after.
Yeah, obviously.
But like... Yeah, like in the long run, you're definitely like going to make money doing this. And like that's not like... The $9.50 per trade is not like a huge amount of money. There is a... If you're with CommBank, it might be easy for you to do, like, there's a CommBank one. If you search up, like, CommBank Investing, and they have, depending on the size of the trade, if it's a smaller one under their threshold, then you only have to pay $10, so it's, like, just basically as good as this one.
What happened with investing before the internet was a thing? Like, how did everyday people invest?
You had stockbrokers, so you know the movie, what's that movie? The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
he was a stockbroker, but like a really dodgy ass one who was doing illegal shit.
Now I have to put explicit on the podcast episode.
No.
Thanks, Tom. So you may as well just swear heaps for the rest of the episode.
Sorry. Shit.
Anyway,
yeah. So that guy from the Wolf of Wall Street was a stockbroker, and so like what stockbrokers did was, if someone wanted to invest in stocks, they could like call up a stockbroker, and then the stockbroker would like put through the trade for them. Mm-hmm. But also stockbrokers would like recommend different things, and that's what they were doing, where it was like they were recommending dodgy shit or whatever, and it was bad.
Is that...
But like you should never go to a stockbroker for advice, because like even 95% of the investment like funds can't cover their cost. Like the stockbroker should only ever be for you for like trading, in my opinion. Like the idea that you would take a stockbroker's advice and be like, yeah, you know what, like I'm gonna go with that, is like kind of silly to me. Like I can see why people did it, but like I don't think you should do that, is what I'm saying.
Right. Okay, because they're out for themselves, basically.
Yeah, like there's like the stockbroker makes more money if you make more trades.
Yeah.
And
so they're just going to put anything.
So they're just going to say, hey, this is the thing you should buy, this is the thing you should sell. That was what the whole movie was about, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just don't, like...
just don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't be like, yeah, I'm going to buy and sell, blah, 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 blah. It's better to, like, invest for the long term.
Yeah, which is what ETFs and index funds
are like,
kind of things
for,
you
like,
can do.
Yeah, they're
awesome.
Great. So then even if you do have a GFC, like... So I mentioned before the ASX 200 went down 15% in the GFC. Hopefully that's accurate. I got that from somewhere on the internet. Even if you had bought like an index fund or whatever that was for the ASX 200, then you'd still have been made, like by now you've made back money. Like even though you lost 15% straight away and you're really unlucky, you've still made money. Okay. As of today.
Yeah.
Like, and it would have only taken a few years for you to get the money back.
That's good.
So don't like panic and go, oh no. Like just like long term, it's a good option.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if you think like the world is gonna like, because of global warming, like all the economies are gonna crash and everything.
Yeah.
You could just find like keep your money under your bed or like invest in like resources that you think are going to become more expensive or whatever. That's like an option. But
love that.
I mean, I'm not that doomsday-ish, so
yeah, that's all the like people that buy like gold and stuff.
Yeah.
And jewelry.
I'm not really sure why you'd buy gold, because I'm like, why is gold necessarily going to be like valuable in a like post-apocalyptic future?
I don't think so.
I don't get that.
Wouldn't really work.
I get that it's like small, so you can have a large amount of money value sucked up in it, but it'd be better to own like raw materials. Yeah. It's just they're like kind of, you'd need to own a lot of them.
Yeah, and you also don't want to just randomly go buy raw materials on the chance that we're going to have a doomsday crisis.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, right, yeah.
You know, you don't want to...
The raw materials go up too.
Yeah, okay, but like... If that's not what you want to do with your money, then you probably shouldn't be wasting it there.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, no, you should probably, like, investing your money in index funds and ETFs is great, guys. Go with that.
Do that. Yeah, I'm hyped to do it. Yeah. I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah. Yeah, you should do it like right away, because you have a lot more money than me. I'm poor. Anyway, that like concludes the investment section, unless you have any more questions about investment.
I don't think so, but I'll put all the extra information up on the blog post. Yeah, I don't have any more questions. I'm just like so amazed that it's all on the internet now. I don't know, I must sound so old thinking that, but I'm like, whoa. Like, I don't know, I didn't even realise that people did that.
You can go into your bank and say, hey, I'd like to like use some of my money to invest, like what should I do? And then they might like put you onto a stockbroker or something. You can still do that.
Really?
Like, you can definitely do it without using the internet.
Wow,
like,
okay.
Your stockbroker will be using the internet, but like you don't have to use the internet to do this.
There you go, folks.
However, like I assume you want to be able to do this from your bedroom and not have to like go to the bank, because that's way too hard.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just making that assumption. Anyway, if anyone listening to this isn't convinced like of index funds and ETFs. I'd love to know why. Like,
Yeah,
let us
send
know.
us in your questions.
Like, index funds, like, definitely aren't the only option though. So yeah, like it's a fair opinion to be like, well, I'm gonna like invest in specific stocks for whatever reason. Like, that's not wrong. It's just index funds like a very safe option, and that's like why I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not putting all your eggs in one basket, is it?
No,
Is that,
no. That's the whole idea. Is like maybe Woolworths will go down tomorrow. I don't know, but the whole Australian economy over the next like 5 years, the odds are it won't go down.
Except if you read my very first blog post that was about how we're about to go into a recession.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you think we're about to go into a recession, like, fair enough.
Still send us a new question.
You can do something else with your money, but I think as recessions happen, like, randomly or whatever, I don't know. That's personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I have to look into that a bit more. Oh, so I might just go back over like what we covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you don't know how to, like, if you want to invest in index funds, then I'd say go to either vanguard.com or invest in ETFs, and to do that, find a online trading account, and one of, like, we're going to post a list on the blog post, definitely check that out, but well, that one basic option we've got here, like, one option is the Self-Wealth Share Trading Account, the basic account, which only charges $9.50 per trade, which is the cheapest, like, flat rate one in Australia, I think. So, like, there are other ones that are cheaper, but it depends on the size of your trade. So there's another one that said like $8 or 0.01%. So if you spend over like $8,000 or something dollars, it might be more than $8. I don't know.
Well, yeah, we might even, by the time you listen to the next episode, we might have...
Maddy might have invested in ETFs, yeah.
So we'll move on now to our slightly less news segment this time. It's our second time that we've done this segment, called Savings Try This at Home. So basically every week we try a saving strategy for the week, and this week, it's pretty
it's
pretty fun.
Yeah,
and we encourage everyone else to. So we'd love to hear like your feedback and everything. If you tried this, if you have tried it, if you already live by it, love to know. So this week we tried cash envelope budgeting, which is where you allocate certain amounts of money for certain categories like groceries, eating out, that sort of thing. And then you put specific cash amounts into envelopes labelled with the categories, and you only spend the cash that's in those envelopes on those specific categories.
Yeah.
So we tried that this week. How did you find it, Tom?
Yeah, pretty good. I didn't like spend too much money because like I had the envelope and I was like, yeah. I would say I probably didn't. I did end up spending money, not cash, which I feel guilty about.
So you just didn't bring the envelope?
Well, yeah, I forgot to bring the envelope somewhere when I needed to, and then I was like, well, I can't like not eat dinner, so I only spent $4 on dinner. Yeah, but I still spent it,
and it was from your card.
And it was from my card,
and not from the cash.
Like, not great. Yeah, not cash. So, like, I didn't abide by it, but I still think, like, the fact that I had the envelope, like, at home made me go, like, no, I'm not spending money, like, more than I have to. So I still think it was pretty effective.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And if I was, like, more diligent. The other thing is, like, I have a really small wallet that's hard to, like, keep cash in. So
you probably need an upgrade if you're going to try
this.
No,
I like it, but yeah, maybe. If I'm going to commit to this, like, cash envelope system long term.
Yeah, you need a bigger...
I would need one, yeah.
Wallet. Yep. Well, I found it really good. I loved it. I spent way less normally than I do. So, like, I specifically did not eat out for lunches. I usually normally I like try and leave the house pretty early, but because I'm on uni holidays, I still try and leave the house pretty early to go to uni to study, because what are holidays. But this time I actually, for a few days, I did stay until at least lunchtime so that I could eat lunch at home, because